All right, you guys. So Ticket TV live streams. Like, share, and subscribe as y'all tap on in. And salute to the whole LDBC. Shout out to my brother A Weapons. He rap Midlife Music. And let's get into this video. Talk about it. Uh, Strippers owner Steve Ballmer. So Steve Ballmer, who has been under the microscope lately, for allegedly circumventing the cap to pay Kawhi Leonard under the table, and the Clippers are probably going to get handed uh, man, a severe penalty, even though people are trying to downplay it and act like, oh, it's nothing. They'll find out very soon. But, um, ladies and gentlemen, Clippers owner Steve Ballmer has been on cap for a long time now. Now, let's go back to the situation with Blake Griffin, right? So, for you guys who don't know or seem to forgot, Blake Griffin, uh, who used to play for the Los Angeles Clippers and was a franchise player with that organization for many years. He was a cornerstone. Remember him and DeAndre Jordan had Lob City in everything. They were basically, the face of the Los Angeles Clippers. Him, Chris Paul, and DeAndre Jordan. Uh, Blake Griffin became angry with Steve Ballmer because Steve Ballmer flat out lied. Steve Ballmer came out, said that Blake Griffin was going to be a Clipper for life. And then Steve Ballmer, he drew the ire of Blake Griffin because uh, the abrupt and unexpected trade that he made that sent Blake Griffin to the Detroit Pistons in January of 2018 after the Clippers had just signed him to a 5-year, $171 million max contract extension in the summer of 2017. Now, the extension came with elaborate gestures from the organization, including a mock jersey retirement ceremony and a video montage of Blake Griffin's career highlights, which made the subsequent trade feel like a personal betrayal to Blake Griffin with the team that had drafted him, right? And like I said, the owner said, "Hey, man, you're going to be a Clipper for life." Hold on. All right, my bad, you guys. So, shouts out to the whole LDBC. Salute to the brothers that was in the comment section that tipped me off that the sound wasn't working. I apologize. Appreciate all of y'all for tapping on in. Can y'all hear me now? Press one in this comment section if y'all can hear me now. If y'all can hear me, press one in that comment section and let me know that you guys can hear me. That way, I know we good um, on the sound. All right, y'all can hear me? All right, man. We in here talking about capping ass Clippers owner Steve Ballmer, who was under a serious investigation. Shouts out to the whole LDBC. Salute to A Weapons. He represent midlife music. And so we talking about capping ass Clippers owner Steve Ballmer, who lied to NBA superstar Blake Griffin, who was drafted with the franchise and who was a franchise cornerstone piece. Steve Ballmer's on a lot of criticism for a lot of things he has going on lately, specifically this cap circumvention investigation that's going on against him and his organization, in which there's being alleged that they circumvented the cap to secretly pay Kawhi Leonard millions and millions and millions of dollars, which is illegal and against NBA bylaws. And basically, one of the worst things you could do as an NBA franchise. You know what I'm saying? Um, and so, because it's cheating, straight up. But a lot of these clowns they won't call it out on YouTube, on social media, whatever like that. But they have channels where they always want to seek the truth about one player, but don't want to seek the truth about others. But anyways, so the LA Strippers owner um, got into a subsequent beef, basically, with Blake Griffin. Now, Blake Griffin was irate with Steve Ballmer. Now, the reason why Blake Griffin was irate with Steve Ballmer is because he said Steve Ballmer was a straight up liar. Steve Ballmer told him that he was going to be a Clipper for life. And, remember Blake Griffin, he was drafted by the LA Strippers. So that's the team he came in with. He was a franchise player along with him and Chris Paul were the two cornerstones of that organization. He had Lob City with DeAndre Jordan. Now remember, DeAndre Jordan, they had already gotten in trouble over DeAndre Jordan back in 2015 when you had the whole sponsorship thing there where Steve Ballmer had went outside of the rules and was paying. They had got a company, I believe it was Lexus or one of the companies, to pay uh, DeAndre Jordan, sponsorship money. It was against the NBA rules how they did it, right? So they got jammed up on that. James, what up, homie? Salute. So back to Blake Griffin, and this is crazy work because remember Blake Griffin was drafted with the Clippers, right? So, and this is before Steve Ballmer came around. Blake Griffin was drafted with the Clippers. But anyways, Blake Griffin, if you guys remember, he got angry with Steve Ballmer. And this was primarily due to like the abrupt trade that he made on Blake Griffin that sent him to the Detroit Pistons in January of 2018. Now, this is after Steve Ballmer and the Clippers had just signed him to a 5-year, $171 million max contract extension in the summer of 2017. Now, the extension came with elaborate gestures from Steve Ballmer and the organization, including they did all this shit for this dude. They gave this dude a mock jersey retirement ceremony. They gave this dude a video montage of his career highlights, which made the subsequent trade feel like a personal betrayal to Blake Griffin. Now, Blake Griffin's frustration, as you guys all remember infamously, it boiled over publicly during his first return to Staples Center as a Piston back on January 12, 2019. Now, this is when he appeared to ignore Steve Ballmer's attempt at a pregame handshake by sprinting right past Steve Ballmer to the locker room. That video went viral, too. And Steve Ballhead was out there extending his hand, calling out, Blake, as Blake just ran right by him without even acknowledging him. Now, Blake later tried to deny it was an intentional snub, insisting that it was just like his standard pregame routine of sprinting back to the locker room after warm-ups. However, like he did an interview after that on the Pardon My Take podcast, and he elaborated on his resentment towards Steve Ballmer and the front office, saying, you have my number, you have my agent's number, you have my brother's number. Why don't you reach out? Like his people called me before that game and asked if I'd go up to him before tip-off, but it's like, I didn't like that. Be a man and talk to me directly. Now, this basically showed his anger, right, over the lack of direct communication during the trade process, which blindsided him while he was spending time with his young children. Now, the trade itself was a strategic move by the LA Strippers to shred their salary cap, and it pivoted them towards the free agency of none other than Kawhi Leonard. How about that? Shout out my boy Lanny in the building. It pivoted them to none other than the free agency of Kawhi Leonard. Let me drop a link for James now. To Kawhi Leonard. Remember that? Remember they got rid of Blake Griffin? They got rid of that salary to go get Kawhi. We ain't got nothing else to talk about. John A. James don't come in here cooking these niggas. Because, I'm going to tell y'all something. See, and Blake Griffin had been drafted with the Clippers. They had built the Clippers, Lob City, all that. Remember, the Clippers were supposed to be a team that was supposed to be a championship level team. Remember this now. James, what up, dog?
What's up, brother?
See, they don't want to talk about this. They want, like you said, they want to cook something that's already been cooked a million times every day with LeBron James. That's easy journalism. This right here, this dude right here, Steve Ballmer, with all this shit that's coming to him. Pat Beverly said last night that the dude promised to give him 94 cores. Pat Beverly took a $10 million pay cut to stay with the Clippers. He could have got $50 million and went with the Sacramento Kings when he was hot, and he took $40 million and stayed with the Clippers. And Steve Ballmer promised that he was going to give him 94 courts in LA for his calls, and only gave him 2. And then You know, they had the story with Steve Ballmer. Before he came to the league, his son was in the high school, and the high school team was trash. So his co-partner said that he was screaming, "I'm gonna open up a foundation, and we're gonna get black people in here." And then they went and basically the team went did all this illegal shit allegedly, and the team basically got shut down, and the coach had to resign after he was investigated, and they found out that Steve Ballmer basically ran a nonprofit organization, he or actually funded it, right? And it was inappropriate spending, inappropriate sponsoring out of season sports. This is in high school, bro. You know what I'm saying? And the dude, one of the high school kids, they had him living in a $6 million mansion and shit like that, bro. This dude got dirt written all over him, man. And now they in trouble with the FBI, Jane, because the FBI is investigating uh, that aspiration company that the Clippers is currently being investigated with by the NBA. And if they can link Steve Ballmer or Kawhi Leonard to these people, bro, these motherfuckers facing major federal prison time if they can link them, bro.
Bro, how the rich stay rich? Salute top and bottom, man.
And
Much
we
love,
always,
brother.
James, we always point this out on this channel. How weak knee over here want everything but don't want to do nothing for it. And
Yeah.
everybody got mad all these years, bro. Bro, what's your whole take on this whole situation? I'm gonna let you just cook on this shit, man.
Hey, man. Salute the elder, bro, because he the one opened my eyes in the bubble when they blew that 3-1 lead. And then
Oh yeah,
I
shout out to
always,
L.
I always say that we kill the role player for the stuff that he be doing, but he rock doing the same thing. He did the exact same thing, bro, but he
The
just kept
exact same
failing.
thing, James.
And I ain't gonna lie to you, but that's the funny part about it. That's why I be telling y'all, I be tired of cooking the role player. It's way more people in this league. James Harden, Sheet Rock, boy, we could cook a lot of niggas because they think these dudes is on the level of the AIs of the Kobe Bryants, bro. And I don't think that's right because at least AI led this team to the championship. You feel what I'm saying? But he went up against a juggernaut and still was able to get one game. And they only lost that one game to a mighty mouse. So when you look at and compare both eras, man, I always looked at She-Rock as a cheater, though. I told y'all that. That's why I gave him the name She-Rock. So, when your team at war, you ain't sitting in no skybox, bro. You down there trying to coach them up when they timeouts, when they come off substitution. You and these young players here, you trying to give them much game, soak up the knowledge that they can, so they could be able to help close some of these games that y'all be losing. And you not no leader, bro. Steve Ballmer got all that money, bro. Money make the world go round, but money is the root of all evil too. How the rich stay rich and the poor stay poor. Nigga be backstabbing and scheming too, boy. I'm telling you, that's how they keep that money going. And I'm glad it's coming to the light. I won't see how many more people talk about because Harvazano salute to you in the chat because he said it. Boy, the YouTube streets quiet about this. And I don't like it, bro, because if it was the role player or anybody else, they'll be all over this like red beans
All
and
over,
rice, bro.
bro. We wouldn't even be talking if this was LeBron James, bro. I mean, bro, it would be so bad. You know what I'm saying, James? And they give Kawhi so much of a pass. It exposed so many people, bro. It exposed this shit right here exposes so many people because these niggas talk about they love the game, they want the game to be this, want the game to be that, but y'all only putting this shit on one person. It take two to tango, baby. It ain't just LeBron James. He
Yeah,
just a
one
nigga
nigga
that was
can't carry the
loud.
weight.
Yeah, he just a nigga that was loud. James, you know how it be them quiet niggas that be doing the dirt sometimes, bro.
No, what
Them,
else I like you brought to the attention? Dog,
go ahead.
this dude here, let me tell you how phony he is. And people need to give him more smoke than LeBron at this point. You traded away Shea Gilgeous Alexander
Come
for
on,
Paul
bro.
George. And this man done won a championship leading his
All
own
them
team.
picks. Not only, hold
All
on.
those picks,
Not
dog.
only,
You down
hey
bad,
James.
dog. I
Not
said that
only
shit. Man,
James.
this
Not
is
only
crazy.
that. All the picks they gave up with it. They ain't just give up Shea. Talk about all them picks they gave up with him to get. They gave up like 5 first-round picks.
That's crazy. And them niggas keep getting beat, can't get to the finals. That's crazy. And then when
And
they
this
did
nigga
get to the
part
Western
time,
Conference Finals, you was hurt. You ain't must play. Paul George helped y'all get there. And
James,
him and with the little dude Terrence Mann closed the deal with them 38 points or something. He had 39 points.
right?
He wasn't even much a part of that. So and I don't know why they give him all the credit for that Toronto team. Man, that Toronto team was already gone to the Eastern Conference Final without that bump.
But
Now he
James,
did get
let's
him over
but
the hump.
James, we got to go back to the beginning because Greg Popovich was telling everybody, and motherfuckers didn't want to listen to Pop. All these niggas took Kawhi side. They ain't want to listen to Pop. Pop ain't never had no type of shit like this until he started fucking with Kawhi.
But even if it
That,
was a mixed diagnosis, it could have been handled different on both ends. But Kawhi took that and tried to milk the situation. And look, it backfired. It
I don't
backfired.
say man. I'm gonna give Pop the benefit of the doubt, bro.
No,
Cause I
I
ain't
ain't
seen no
saying Pop. I'm just talking about the medical team. Just say,
cause they cleared him to play. That nigga refused to play after he was cleared, bro. Then they had to report James. This how I know I don't trust this whole ass nigga. Then they had to
wait, I'm
report
listening.
that when he didn't get that payment from the strippers of under the table, they're saying that his uncle was mad and started calling the corporation saying, "Yo, where that money at, man?" They said that they showed on the thing where before Kawhi Leonard got that payment, before he started getting his payments, he only played 27% of the games. As soon as that nigga got that payment, he played over 80% of the games.
Hey, I'm gonna give you your props on that too. I don't mean to cut you off. You called that. You said in that contract, yeah, that nigga was gonna be playing back to backs and everything. He did that. Once he got that bread, he went back to acting like a little booty. And
Come
I
on,
seen
brother.
that, bro. That dog, you called that shit, dog. See, people don't want to hear the real dude. They want
Mm-hmm.
to hear that fabrication stuff. They want to hear lies and deceit. I ain't with all that, bro. It's time to tell the truth, man. These kids need to know the truth about the history of the game. And if you don't, you got YouTube, you could Google it. Go watch some of these great players that came before these players that y'all only was able to see anyway, and watch the work ethic. Watch what they give to the game compared to these dudes. Dog, Kawhi Shaneem was never missed that many games, and you still getting paid. How you getting paid all these games and you missing all these games, but you want to check though? Dog, look at the working field. Unemployment high right now. People barely could get a job, but you doing something that people dying to do. People won't feed their family, try to make it. And here you out here cheating the game, dog. Come on, bro. That's not right. Then you come back for the playoffs and still get smoked. God don't like ugly, bro. It's real out here, man. Cheaters
Horizon
never
Vibe
win.
say Horizon Vibe say Kawhi could have beat the 2024 Mavs and the 2023 Suns, but he sat out them playoff series. But all of a sudden, he wanted to play in the Olympics.
But to me, in the Olympics, I don't think to me that was a wash because he wasn't gonna play anyway. I
Nah, I
don't think.
think I know this. Is what I think happened. I think he got up out of there after he saw he wasn't gonna start.
Yeah, see, people got pride too. I could agree with that to a certain extent, but I'm looking at a Kawhi type player. If you can't play in the regular season and in the playoffs to help you win a Larry O'Brien trophy, how you gonna go over that? And in the European league over there, it's harder. To me, it's much physical than the NBA. I'm just keeping it real from what I've seen the last few years. They done took the D out the league. So when you look at it from these superstars' point of view, and how you gonna make somebody better when you took the D out the league? That's just being real, bro. Let's start there. And they talking about he a two-way player. He do this, he do that. Bro, a two-way player don't pick and choose when they play, dog.
Bro, James, the nigga taking shortcuts his whole career, bro. Michael Jordan, them niggas was fighting to get on the court, even when it was hurt. Remember when Mike was broke his foot? That nigga was fighting to get back on the court.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up too,
Bro, when
because
you ever seen Kawhi fight to get on the court and play? Come on, man, come on, bro. Like I said,
when
this shit
Jordan
legit as
broke his
up, man.
foot, they still had a chance to make the playoffs. So what Jordan did, I'm gonna play. I ain't tanking. You brought that up earlier. I like that. Like when you break down the history of the game, people don't know that. People only know what people tell them. And then since you got this YouTube stuff going on, people could tell their own version. People could lie and all kind of stuff. But I was able, and I was fortunate enough to be around those days and watch those eras. And I seen a lot, bro. And right now, this ain't what's happening. For
That's why I got more respect for AI than I do Kawhi. Because AI gonna play. I don't give a damn what nobody says. AI and them niggas don't know. AI was playing with them injuries. That nigga was playing like 47, 48 minutes some games, bro.
that's what I'm saying. And then look how small he was taking a beating with centers in the league. They don't almost have centers in the league to stop people from like no resistance in the paint. What I'm saying. So For AI, they must be doing that at that level against that type of competition. Come on, man, what are we talking about? And when they won't put James Harden and they won't put all these players above AI, man, them niggas smoking crack, man. I'm just being real. Crack is a hell of a drug, man. They need to leave that stuff alone. Put that pipe down. Because ain't nowhere in the world you're gonna tell me any one of these dudes that's cheating the system like that. AI went out there with a defensive minded team, first of all. Kawhi ain't never did no shit like that what AI did. Not with no team built like that. Kawhi always had a silver spoon, even much when he got drafted to the Spurs. You had Tony Parker, Tim Duncan, Manu. You had a couple of players in front too. You was coming off the bench. You got MVP that went to your head, and boom, all of a sudden now you looking at it like, all right, you're a Don Dada. Nah, nigga, you ain't no damn Don Dada. You're a role player. They got a lot of role players in this area, y'all, and they perpetrating their superstars. But I'm here to call it out. Look, you can sit down and we can talk about it. I point out all your flaws. And to me, Kawhi have the game. He just don't have the mentality and the will. He don't have the grit. He don't have the grind. He ain't gonna fight through that. You know, Kobe played with injuries.
Yeah, I got to give James Harden more credit than Kawhi though, James, because at least James Harden gonna play. Either whether he comes short or not, that nigga gonna play. He not trying to miss games, bro. This
No, I
nigga,
listen.
here,
I
bro,
give you that, but
bro,
we
this
talking
nigga don't
about this.
miss 40% of his career, bro. How you ain't miss no checks, but you miss damn near 40% of the games?
Nah, but who allowed him to do that? Adam Silver. It start from the top. The commissioner is trash, shit water. So when you put all that together, like they say, it's a players' league, right? And I want the players to get their money, like Elder said. I think they underpaid still with the revenue, the money, the jersey sales, tennis shoes, all that. And I know you try to count the off court endorsements, but they earned that. I give them that, but don't
No,
cheat the
but
game.
James, here's the thing. That's not the thing. He could have. They could have got him an endorsement
Yeah,
legitimately. He could have just did. This nigga ain't want to do nothing. They said that uncle said, "Nah, we don't want to work. We don't want to do no promotion or nothing. We just want the money." What?
no, when you did that video, I was at work tripping out. I was laughing, dog. I ain't gonna lie.
And then that nigga said, "We don't want to do nothing."
How
The
the hell you
uncle
want the
said,
money and don't want to do a commercial?
bro, they had the whole shit lined up. The uncle was like, "Nah, we don't want to do nothing. We just want the money." What?
Hey, bro, I think it's his uncle got more to do with that, though.
Nah, that nigga signed a contract, nigga. He know what's going
No,
on.
I'm talking about far as like keep it out from the whole Lakers shit. Remember, they said if y'all don't say nothing, we gonna sign over here. But LeBron wound up opening his mouth, and someone left after that. But then when you broke down the the incentives off the book, it make a lot of sense now.
Man, nah, it ain't had
So
nothing to do with LeBron. It had something to do with the Lakers and they wasn't gonna get that nigga off the court shit. Same thing with the Raptors. If the Raptors would have gave Kawhi all that shit he wanted off the court, he would have signed with them niggas.
no, I
Period. The
agree with
Raptors
that
told them
part.
nigga, nah, we can't do that shit, bro. That's
So
just a
all this,
greedy ass. He a greedy ass nigga, man. That's all there is to it.
I know I understand that, but if you want all this bread, but you gotta play for real. And that's my whole thing, man. Why you can't play? Why you can't get it? Why you cheating the fans? Now I ain't gonna go buy them New Balance. I
Hold
like
on.
New
Hey,
Balance, but I wouldn't buy
James.
those.
James, I want to see this nigga give him an excuse. JR, what's up, man?
What going on with y'all, man? I miss y'all
Man,
boy,
you,
man.
you, you
So
nigga
what's
a
up,
long time
JR?
no
Long
see,
time no
nigga.
see, big dog.
Hey, man, original Unks, man. What going on?
What
But
you
You
got on this
chilling?
though? I want to know what you got on this.
man, shit. I was the first one on record to call that nigga a fraud, bro. Official. We can go back 8 years ago, whatever it is. I called that nigga a
Mm-hmm.
fraud a long time ago, bro. Like his whole career, bro. Like nigga won the Finals MVP, averaging 15 points or some shit. And then goddamn went to the Raptors after goddamn DeMar DeRozan don't built that team and brought them to Eastern Conference Finals. And the only person that was in his way was LeBron, and which I say super team. And as soon as LeBron leave, he took advantage, you know what I'm saying, and beat a false, the Warriors when he healthy. So that shit was fraud. You feel what I'm saying? Everything just don't make no sense. Then he want to go over there to the Clippers, don't play for no money. And he cheating the system, bro. Like the nigga just fraud, bro. This whole shit never made sense, bro. A false prophet. That's all I came to say.
Go ahead,
Hey,
James.
I ain't gonna lie. it's a lot of stuff that I be looking at Kawhi about, but I ain't gonna. I never looked at him as that type of player. What's up? Hold on.
Go ahead. What you say, Jr.?
Oh, no, I'm listening.
Yeah, man. Bro, I agree with you, bro. Them niggas get mad at me for calling out Kawhi, bro. Like, I couldn't understand how them niggas love that nigga like that, bro. Them nigga, all them niggas want to do is focus on LeBron James, bro. That shit crazy to me, bro.
Right.
You know what I'm
They just
saying,
want
bro? Like,
somebody else
all
to
them
be
niggas
better.
ain't even got. Imagine if LeBron was being investigated and even accused of the shit Kawhi's being accused of right now, bro. The nigga YouTube be flooded, bro.
Man,
Hey,
nigga be
that's what
ready
I
to
was about
bust.
to say too. How serious this charge is, though?
Nigga, Kawhi Leonard is facing getting his contract terminated with the Clippers. They also facing Steve Ballmer being banned for a year or two, along with the other co-owner, along with the general manager. They're in danger of losing multiple first round draft picks, which means they won't have a first round draft pick until 2030, damn near. After all them picks they traded for Paul George. Then not only that, they probably gonna get fined around $10 million, which ain't gonna mean nothing to him. But here's the big thing: the federal investigation is still ongoing. Steve Ballmer said he was scammed. Now, what if that dude who turned himself into the feds from that company turn on Steve Ballmer and say, nah, he was a part of it? Steve Ballmer and Kawhi Leonard go to prison for
They
fraud.
going they going to jail. They
Hey,
Yeah,
they
that,
going to jail,
that's
bro.
what I was. That's what I was trying to get at because I'm not gonna lie to you. They deserve that shit. All the cheating they did. To be honest with you, I don't feel sorry for people who cheated the game. Never did, never will. Because the game should have some type of integrity, especially when it comes to the fans' point of view. Like these people take off, season ticket holders, travel well with the team, buy merchandise. You know what I mean? So why would you even must put yourself in that situation? That's just being stupid to me. And his little dry lip ass, he always looks slow. Like, look at the laugh, bro. That's why he don't talk as much. You got to think about it. He might not be bright as people give him credit for. Now he might got a little game here and there, but when you cheat the game, how we know you got game? When you ducking all the smoke. Like I just don't understand his premises of why he doing what he did, and now you got all this heat coming down on you. Now what's gonna happen? You're gonna get suspended. You're gonna lose your contract. You ain't gonna be able to play basketball no more. How you gonna feed your family? You might
Now
got a
he'll be
little
able to play
bird cage there.
basketball. What happens is his contract will be void. Now the NBA will either tell him, "Look, you're gonna either be suspended for a year, and you can go re-sign with the Clippers on a whole different contract, but their whole situation is gonna be messed up, or you're gonna have to
I don't
sign with
think
a
he's
different."
gonna go back though. You think he'll
No,
go
I'm
back
saying,
to the
or
Clippers?
no, I'm saying, or they're gonna say, yeah, well, Kawhi Leonard don't want to leave LA. He want to be in California.
That nigga.
Man, I ain't gonna lie to you. This a messed up situation, and I'm gonna keep it real with you. When I say that this a pile of dog, yeah, they done stepped in a whole pile of it. And I don't see how they could get from under this without them taking the hit. So why go back to a team where you know you playing for a championship aspirations? That team ain't got no championship aspirations in it. And then when y'all
And
did
James,
have it,
that's
y'all blew a
James.
3-1
This
lead.
is just think about this, James. This is just what we know about. Imagine the other shit they might have been doing. We ain't even know.
But this dude gonna no, you don't think this dude gonna turn, bro? It's the well, these niggas snitching today. I
Then
don't
you
give a
got
damn.
dumbass Kendrick Perkins sitting up there talking about some. I don't blame this on Kawhi. They got to protect Kawhi because see, I never read none of my contracts yet because you a big dumb motherfucker. You sat up there talking all that shit about Kyrie Irving not being smart, but you admitted right there on national TV on ESPN that you ain't never read none of your contracts in the NBA. You an idiot, nigga, and you a big goddamn country fool.
Right.
Man, shit, bro.
Y'all
Listen,
stay blessed. I'm finna drop my son off at school. Y'all stay blessed. Now I'm
All
stay
right,
tuned
boy.
in.
You already
you
know what it
too.
is, Jr.
Hey, bro. Come on, man. Kendrick Perkins the one said they would have beat the Miami Heat if he would have played. Uh, but Kevin Kevin Durant already exposed that. Like he a LeBron fan, so that's enough said for me. I ain't you talking like he talking at this point. And if you don't read your contract, that's your fault. It's all kind of loopholes being those contracts. Your agent can read them, but I won't be right there, man. Read that shit out loud. I'll read it. Like I gotta know what I'm getting myself into. That's why I advise everybody to stay independent. try to own some stuff. You dig? Because at the end of the day, man, inflation, they jacking up stuff. Kendrick Perkins don't know what the hell he talking about. That's why he didn't get paid all the money he probably deserved and was worth for not reading that contract. You can't be that stupid and say that shit on national TV and got a job. Come on, man. Certain things you got to take to your grave, and that's one of them. Because how you don't read your own contract? How you don't know what you getting yourself into and what you signing? That's the first thing a nigga tell you to do is read over the fine print. But that's where it be hiding at. I don't respect Kendrick Perkins, man. He all right, but nah. I can't take none of them dudes serious that's on TV no more because I almost watch it. To be honest with you, I be on y'all. You know what I mean? Salute to all the real YouTube content creators who be spreading the real and the truth out here. Cause you could click on anybody's stuff and get a laugh here and there, but you already know my brother funny all day. He bring the laughter, he gonna keep it real, and he drop number knowledge over here. So that's what everybody. But you got a lot of fanboys with this stuff too. That's another reason why I be telling y'all I had to back up off it because it sometimes it be draining. And it's cool cooking y'all. Don't get it twisted, but cooking y'all on the same stuff over and over, and y'all could see where this nigga fraud at this whole era. But then you want us to believe that this era is better than the past eras. The dudes who had it harder, the dudes who stipulations and wasn't getting paid the most was still out there giving they all. Man, I can't no, you can't get me to buy that, bro. And y'all say they could play in our era. Just imagine if them dudes who had to go through hand checking and play through defense, real defense, getting clothesline out the air, playing this wide open era and see how many points they everybody it's always been a debate. How many points Jordan the average? If Jordan's season high was 37, I know he could add another 8 to it just because of the free throws and how wide open it is. So, you gotta think reality sometimes, right? It's not hard. AI punished this era. They had to ban him with the crossover, but you got niggas in this era palming, carrying, but y'all want ban AI with the crossover, but y'all let these dudes palm and carry the ball every time they dribble, travel with it. Like, come on, bro, make it make sense. It's a lot of stuff that y'all gotta open your eyes to now because because of the YouTube and because of the Google, where you can really research this stuff yourself. Just pull up the highlights, the good and the bad. We know about the good, but James Harden, nice. I like James Harden. He a little worried. But when the rubber need to meet the road, come on, man, we know he not gonna deliver. He showed you this time and time again. That's one of his biggest failing attributes. So how we cannot hold him accountable? How can we put him over a dude like an AI who led his own team? And he had way more weapons than AI on the offensive end. Defense was about what and what. You know what I mean? Because the Houston Rockets defense wasn't no shad with Capella and Ariza when they had Tess and all them dudes on the wing. Like you had some players going through Houston where they was compatible with the team that they was trying to build. Like I don't see how y'all can sit there and say that this dude is on that level. Like she rocked down bad. Everybody want to do what the role player do, but at least the role player get to the finals when he do it. You know what I mean? Well, when he was in his prime or was able to lead his team or whatever, but it been downhill for a couple of years now for him. But Sheetrock ain't no better. I'm just saying, like it's crazy. The Sheetrock down bad. This man been cheating the game the whole time. And then when you listen to our brothers who used to like them, they gave him nicknames. They used to he don't do no wrong. They blamed it on the Spurs. They blamed it on Popovich. But sometimes you gotta look at that player. Do that player want it? All right, bro. You've been misdiagnosed since 2017. It's 2025 and you still missing games. Yeah, you need to retire then. You cheating, dog. You cheating the system. You robbing the fans out their money. Then you got your uncle calling up there talking about where the rest of the money at. Nigga, you ain't did a commercial. You did 2 commercials. The one with the keychain and the New Balance commercial. Other than that, you wasn't even much in the other New Balance commercial. You was in one of them. They got like 2 or 3 of them. I seen you in one. So why is you robbing these people out their money? They gonna get your ass though. I know they gonna get you. Ain't nothing you can really do. At this point, now they got you. Like they got you dead to right. Like it depends on who you got in your circle, what kind of money you around. Because I know you around a couple of trillionaires, billionaires, or whatever you want to call them. But money can't buy everything, bro. Especially when the proof is in the pudding is in your face. How people keep beating these charges when you got all this evidence that these motherfuckers is cheating like this? I don't get it, bro. It be right there in your face, and these niggas keep sliding through the cracks and not getting caught up. If you go to some of these YouTube videos, bro, it's plain as day, bro. For real, for real. It's plain as day that these niggas is cheating, beating the system, and ain't nobody getting caught up for it. When they thought Jordan gambling was gonna be a problem, I ain't gonna say they made him retire, but on top of his father passing, all that had something to do with it. Look, I'm gonna just take a break. Let y'all get y'all feedback up under y'all. But that shit was big, bro. A lot of people don't know. They try to make that shit out a big old deal, and it became one. But John gambling, smoking, they ain't stop him from going out there dropping 55 on your monkey ass and showing you still the king of the ring. Like certain people can handle that, play 36 holes of golf and still go out there and whoop a nigga ass. Like you gotta do Gatorade commercials. I want to be like Mike commercials and still go out there and drop 32 on your ass. Like you ain't the only one gotta go through that shit. She rock like that. That's the power of being a superstar or having your name out there as one of the greats or trying to be put as one of the greats. You can't cheat your way to the top though. You and LeBron taking a helicopter, bro. That ain't right, bro. I ain't falling for that. And the fans deserve better. So I'm glad people opening their eyes to a lot of this stuff because I know one thing. That's why it's so hard to watch. That's why I talk about the young team. That's why I like Miami, man. The small market teams, we don't get no shine, bro. They take all our great players, give it to the big market teams, and all this and all that, and they put us in a bind. They put us in a bind for real, and that's the crazy part. So what's left for the small market teams to do? Like Ticket said, Giannis can't go stack the deck and get all these players. They got to go by a certain rule. They doing it the right way. That's why I tell y'all, boy, y'all know how hard it is to win the goddamn championship just to get there, let alone win it. But you got niggas cheating their way to the top, keep getting there, getting their ass whooping. We supposed to give them props for losing just because they got there and you cheated. You over the salary cap 5 years in a row, getting there, getting your ass whacked. That ain't no good feeling, man. Stop cheating the system. Because I told y'all, cheaters never win. Y'all ain't got to believe me. Keep on cheating and find out yourself. And just think about it. Look how long this dude been getting away with this shit. For the last 18 years. Well, 8 years, because he got hurt 2017, 2025. So for the last 7, 8 years, this dude been nitpicking and playing games that he posted. I'm like, come on, bro. How you can't see this? You laying up there, let me just see what really did it to me too. Cause I've been around sports a long time, bro. I'm telling you. Unless it was a Super Bowl, an All-Star game, and you not playing or something like that. Your team man, what? Superstars? Man, they on that bench with them. At the end of the bench in a suit, talking, chatting it up, standing, rooting the team on. Come off, like I said, timeout, a substitution. Man, look, this what you do. Woo, woo. I seen veterans in. This nigga sitting in the skybox, man. Come on, bro. What you the owner? When you became the owner of the Clippers, when you and Ballmer don't sit in the skybox, he sit behind the goal post, behind the basketball goal, on the front, on the bottom. So what makes you bigger than a team where you could go sit your dry lip ass in the skybox? Man, this nigga here crazy. This nigga crazy, man. Like I said, nigga, cheat the game in your face and you'll still give them niggas credit. And don't hold them niggas accountable. You don't hold them accountable, then what? You let them get away with murder over and over, they gonna keep milking the system. Cause we ain't saying nothing, we ain't holding them niggas accountable. We need to though. If you want to be a superstar in this league, you gotta bring it. How you gonna bring it always in street clothes? Y'all call Anthony Davis street clothes, but this nigga in street clothes more than Anthony Davis. So make it make sense. At least AD do try to play. And they done messed this head up. That's what I'm telling you. All these veterans in the league today, they don't have no guidance. Ain't no leader. And the role player ain't no leader. He off for himself. So when Kawhi seen it, KD, that's why I understand why y'all mad at KD. Because the role player did it first. So y'all mad at KD. All these niggas following the leader. Well, they're supposed to be leaders. So now everybody, like they say, because they not loud with it always in the media like the role player, throwing stuff out there, tweeting and stuff like that. Boy, they got way more niggas doing the shit that he doing under the table. And it's coming to the light, I'm telling you. That's why they teaming up with everybody. They slick side think they slick. But you gotta think about it like this. A lot of people is friendly vibing right now. They don't want to compete. So that's where the problem come in at. When you don't want to compete and you come up in the AAU league, that's your partner, that's your partner. Thought they been doing this. Carmelo said it. Chris Paul said it. Like they was trying to get all these dudes on one team at one time, bro. Come on, make it make sense, bro. Now where the competition at? Who teaching the young dudes if y'all teaming up and trying to beat the young dudes? That's why I look at Jokic, look at Giannis, look at Shea, look at the teams that's winning. Ain't none of the teams that's doing that shit the wrong way winning. Or even sniffing. When you overthink a lot of stuff, it be like this. I got a championships team. I just won a championship. But no, I want to show I can win with this person. I got a championship team, but no, I'm gonna trade half of them to go get this nigga, Paul George, who never won nothing. See what I'm saying? Like, why mess with something that don't need to be messed with? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Because you friendly by me, you from LA and woo woo woo, y'all thinking all that gonna play a part in y'all getting to the prom. Nah, ain't no sweet dream. This ain't no Father Together Brick Road. This ain't Dorothy and Toto. They going about it the wrong way. That's why they not winning. Cheaters never win, man. I kept telling y'all that. I used to cheat a lot. I used to sell poison to my people. You dig? And that shit, the money was good, but I'm looking at the destruction I'm causing. I'm looking at all the stuff that I'm doing. It's only benefiting me and the people that's in my circle, but it ain't benefiting the community and the people that's around me. How can I uplift them? How can my kids see me do it the right way so they could not follow the wrong steps that I did? Trying to be a follower. Sometimes it's good to be a leader. Learn how to lead. Leading come with failures, man. Because you fail once, that don't mean you're going to keep failing. That means you learn from your mistakes. You do what you need to do. That's why they call it bounce back. You know what I mean? You bounce back. You giving up. You quitting on the team. That's why I like Shea. Shea did his thing, man. And that dude, what y'all talk about this dude for like 2 weeks? 2 weeks, bro. Come on, man. If there was anybody else, y'all still be blasting the champions of the league. Still to this day, commercials, paraphernalia. I mean, the the uh the jerseys, the hats, all the stuff that you can buy, dog. I don't want to see no commercials of the Thunder. Cut it on NBA TV. They showing the same shit over and over. Cut it on ESPN over and over. It's like a rerun. It's a rerun. They talk about the same stuff. Like they don't have no topics to talk about. So y'all need to man down sports T, all the people that's upcoming. Like go support the real man. Like I'm not even gonna lie to you. At some point, we only trying to combat what they trying to push on us as a narrative, as a storyline. So we holding back much as we can, you know. So at first I used to like come on this motherfucker every day, be on this 24/7. But then you gotta think about it too. You be having a lot of shit going on. You got kids, you got a family. So you gotta find time to do all that. You can't ignore them and have them feeling neglected. So that's why I took a back seat to a lot of stuff. But I still be snooping around. I still be listening to Showtime, to Mookie, all them, to T Price, Real Elite. I listen to all these channels. Two Raw be dropping bangers every day. The encyclopedia of this shit. So I'm saying like we out here, man. Like we gonna keep that real coming. Ain't nowhere in the world you gonna sit here and tell me you're gonna let these people keep brainwashing you. But you got eyes to see, man, this ain't right, man. It's a I ain't gonna lie to you. It's two people that I had subscribed to. She Loved Groovy and 93Z. Them two, they used to be LeBron fans. And in their eyes, LeBron do no wrong. Go look at their channel now. It's like they snapped out, they're hypnotized. They was hypnotized for a long time. Same thing with the Kawhi fans. They do no wrong. And look, they still my brothers. For real, for real. But at the end of the day, you can't be blind and ignore the fact when it's in your face. How they say it's in your face. But you still won't ignore the fact. I can't help you. I can only do so much. You know what I mean? Spread awareness, tell the truth much as I can. And don't fabricate when I come on and do this, man, because I know they got people listening and I know people want to hear the truth. They tired of hearing the same old narratives and storylines. So She Rocking's in trouble for us. He got a lot of explaining to do. And because you being quiet, nigga, that don't mean nothing. That's ain't much showing more guilt because defamation of character is real. And niggas dragging your name through the mud saying this and saying that, and y'all niggas almost be suing them. So something ain't right with that picture, bro. Ain't no way in the world I'm gonna let you drag my name through the mud, say I'm doing this, say I'm doing that, and I ain't about to come try to get my lick back. No, something ain't right. So some of this got to have some truth to it. How the hell they keep saying this, coming out with new stories, exposing the truth, and y'all just sitting in the corner ain't doing nothing. But the whole Ballmer dropped just now. But I always knew something. Like, how the hell he missing all these games and they ain't finding him? They ain't saying nothing. And he just picking and choosing, picking and choosing, picking and choosing. Like he a Pikachu or something. Nigga, he crazy, man. The fans want to know, bro. Why is you cheating us? And I thought Kawhi was a real one, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Because normally that be the ones, them little silent ones. Don't say nothing. He got game. That nigga go out there and ball out when he can. But he been cheating so long. I ain't gonna lie to you. It shit just became a habit. Like, if they gonna let me get away with it, I'm gonna keep getting away with it. But like we all said, uh, we always cook the role player, but last time his ass to get cooked. Cause that nigga cheating, bro. That's cheating. I ain't lying. That's bona fide cheating right there. And you getting paid off the books, off the books. Steve Ballmer. I'm gonna see if that money gonna buy you out this situation. Cause I'm gonna tell you why. I told you that's how the rich stay rich and the poor stay poor. You gotta snake a lot of niggas to stay at that top and to become that type of power for his money. And the way he just came in the league slanging that bread around like that, you gotta know, man, something ain't right. Who you connected to? Or somebody you connected to. That's why you see some of the people that be beating them charges, get swept under the rug. Like, how the hell this shit done disappeared all of a sudden? Yeah, they know people that know people. But there's only a certain few that can do that. Because when they want you and they tired of your ass, they gonna get you. I ain't gonna lie. How long they thought they was gonna get over on the nigga with this shit though? They were cheating for a long time. And then if it ain't helping you win no championships, nigga, you had Paul George, you had Russell Westbrook, James Harden. Just think from that's like four max players right there, dog. How the hell you getting all these people? Then you still got Norman Powell, Nick Batum. Nick Batum been playing since I was in the nursery. This nigga still out there. But that's what I'm saying. Like, come on, bro. You got all these people. Somebody getting something off the books, boy. Now, they ain't no stack team. I don't know what the hell. I don't care if y'all talking about they old and all that. Man, that's four veterans that still got something to really prove because ain't none of them really win no championship outright leading their own team. People might give Kawhi that one in Toronto, but come on, man. Like I said, to me, he get too much price for that. And you had a better team with the Clippers. When you lost that 3-1 lead, man, salute the Elder, man. I'm telling you, Elder opened my eyes to this bump. When I went to doing my own research, I was ticket broke all this equipment in that motherfucker when they lost that 3-1 lead. Well, my brother them they cracked up in there. We was laughing and everything. We ain't had no studio for a little time when he broke that fucking with She-Rock. I told him stop betting that money on that. The people don't be giving a damn about, you don't even know them people like that to be betting. People go out there, throw games and all that. I'm telling you, it's too many betting fields out here. That's how I know. Gambling is real, bro. It's a real addiction. Y'all talking about drug addiction. Boy, that gambling is way worse. Because if you feel like you gonna hit them this time, you're gonna keep feeling like you're gonna hit them, you're gonna keep throwing your money out there, and people gonna keep whapping your ass. I'm serious, they're gonna keep punishing you. That's why I stopped shooting dice and gambling. I work too hard for my money. I ain't throwing my money away like that. Then I got kids. I'd rather blow that shit on my kids. I ain't lying. That shit be looking sweet. Bet 100, win 1,000, boy. Yeah. Mhm. How many more hundreds they done collected off that sweet deal? It looks sweet. They tell nigga, oh, this nigga rush for 50 yards. You get this. Soon they get it. The first time, nah, nigga suck. He nigga done got him. Come back that shit the next 3-4 weeks. Now you in the whole 200. Then be like, hey, it's all a mind thing. And I know people that be hitting on it, but I guess you gotta bet big. I guess and don't be penny pinching. But I'm scared to bet my money. I ain't lying, y'all. I can't do it. I'm scared to bet my money. I've been seeing one of them niggas in the street and asked me my money back, man. I lost $300 on y'all last year. Where my money at, man? Let me get them three out you. I need that back. For real. Oh, she rock. This nigga was getting away with murder too. Boy, bro, that's like selling dope for 7 years, not getting caught, and all of a sudden nigga done stumble. Oh, this nigga done bought something for 10,000. We got him. We got him. He thought he was a made nigga. They done caught this nigga slipping. Him and Ballmer. Ballmer thought he was slick too. He more of a culprit because this your money. They know nobody else ain't got that type of money to be doing it like that. So they know it's your bread. So you done did it like that. And all of a sudden, you done got caught up too. All right. Why be the people with the most money be the dumbest? Like, why you just can't do it right? Nigga, you got all this money. Do it right, man. You win, you win. You lose, you lose. Like, you can't be that addicted to winning when you ain't never won nothing anyway. Like, the Clippers ain't never won a goddamn championship. So how you addicted to winning, bringing a championship back when y'all never had nothing in the first place? Goddamn. So you gonna cheat your way and still don't get nothing and then put yourself in the hole, trade all your draft pick, listen to this chap lip ass nigga. I bet you wish you would have kept Shay Nine. She Rock. I'm asking you one question because I know y'all be listening. Would you do that trade now, knowing what you know now? She Rock. For Paul George for Shay? Hell no. I wouldn't have did it then. Trying to keep up with the Joneses. I don't think y'all gonna ever win one though. I'm gonna keep it real with you. Cause once you mess up like that, you gotta sit down as an organization, man, and think about it. Like we think about now, we trying to build for the longevity. Shit is longevity. You know you're gonna need somebody to replace Paul George and Kawhi because them niggas is 10 years plus in the league and his knees ain't holding up like y'all thought they was. But you see, Paul George ain't got it since the bubble. He talking about he was mentally broke down and all that, going through all these situations, worrying about it. He in love with the stripper. He can't watch it while he in a bubble and all that there, hitting the side of the backboard, losing 3-1 leads. You know what I mean? Like if y'all got the Paul George that was in Indiana going Glock for Glock with the big three, I'd have probably gave y'all the chance. But we all know that wasn't the same Paul George. And he got game. But for some reason, this new generation, bro, y'all say they smarter. I don't see it. Now, these niggas dumb as the box of rocks. Look at y'all rappers. Get the money, stay in the street activities, get indicted, go to jail, killing for nothing. All over beef songs. Like, y'all niggas ain't got it, man. Y'all need to say, bro, you're never too old and young to learn. That's first of all. Second of all, you have to get out your own way. And when I say that, I'm talking about a lot of people got pride. That ain't nothing but a goddamn word, bro. When people trying to spread the word and the wisdom and tell y'all what it is and what it ain't, but cause y'all got a little more money than a nigga, y'all done made it to a point Pass a nigga where y'all trying to look down on people, man. God to take that away from you, man. But all y'all, when I make it big, I'ma give back. I'ma do this. I'ma do that, and y'all don't do nothing. Y'all move y'all motherfucking scary ass away. Y'all ain't nothing but some punk ass niggas because y'all get the money, y'all move away, and y'all try to live like people that y'all know y'all not. But y'all feed the community back that pause and get y'all young YNs caught up on dumb charges. Then they ratting on y'all. Now they bringing y'all name in the mix. Like y'all hustle backwards to me. Like for real. Like I never understood why y'all niggas think the way y'all think in this era, but that's why I probably move the way I move. I hang by myself. I don't be with all that shit, man. I don't need no entourage to make me feel like no goddamn man. You feel what I'm saying? So all this clicking up in the league because I I know his mom, his grandma fed us oatmeal and grits and eggs and all that dumb ass shit, man. Stop it, man. It's about the throwback in these days. If this nigga don't fit your team chemistry or what y'all trying to do, you can't you can't let that come between what you got going on, man. I mess with you on the off season, man. We'll buy Disney World and let the kids play or whatever, whatever. Uh, take a trip over here to Cabo, because that's what y'all be doing anyway. Going to Cabo early. All that damn cheating. Man, this is crazy. I ain't gonna lie to you. She rocking them and finally got what they looking for. You wanna keep cheating? All right. The more you sit out, the more people go to digging and looking into shit. And that's what you gotta think about too. What you thought people wasn't gonna look more into it? You sitting out all these games, you missing all these games. They like, damn man, what's wrong with this nigga? He hurt that ankle wig in 17. It's 2025. You got real journalism, you got people want to know, inquiring minds want to know what's going on. Why the hell we ain't, you know, get no PT out this nigga? We need some playing time. About to get my day started, man. Salute to everybody, man. Top and bottom, bro. She-Rock, we need some answers, bro. We need some answers. And I know for a fact, we ain't gonna get them out you. You don't do nothing but laugh. You just sit there and look and stare. You don't do nothing else. So hopefully we can come to a conclusion and get some answers. And hopefully we can put this stuff to rest and get back to some basketball. But salute to the OKC Thunder for a tremendous season. I like the way y'all did that. Y'all stood on business. Y'all handled that. Y'all went through a gauntlet. Y'all went through the supposed to be standard of the NBA, which was the Denver Nuggets. And that was a nice game. I like that. I like how y'all prevailed and how y'all came out on top. So I'm gonna holler at y'all, man. Much love. I'll mess with y'all when Tiki come back on. I ain't got nothing to do. I'm about to just get my day started.